That looks gross.
Hey,
Flesh wall.
what's up?
Hey guys, how is everyone?
Well, how are you?
Yee. Hi Skinny. Hi Moonlight. Hi Pan. Hi Angel. Hi Huso. Hazy. Hello everybody. Oh, we love you guys too. Hello.
Why are we here?
Thank you, Hazy. Have a good day at work. Yeah, we are. That's a good question, Nick. We are here because we are at yet another milestone, 80,000 YouTube subscribers.
We did it.
We did 80K, which is kind of crazy because we're creeping up.
On what? 100K?
We're creeping up on that 100K, man. It's pretty nuts. I will be really excited when we hit that. I'm really excited now, so I'm going to be even more excited when we hit that 100K because that's like actually a number that's like,
It's a serious number.
That's one of those numbers that's like, yo, you did what? You know, like that's one of those numbers that people start to take you seriously. Manis, thank you. We appreciate it. And again, if I pronounce your name incorrectly or Nick does, we apologize in advance. We are white Americans and we don't always read everything well because our education is bad. But anyway, Skinny, I ate taquitos today, literally. So yeah, I'll flout this, which are almost the same thing. But yes, so that's why we're here. So first of all, we have to say thank you to you guys as usual. Our growth is all thanks to you guys, you know, following and liking and sharing and telling people about the music. You know, you guys kind of get the majority of the credit for our growth. So we couldn't do it without you. And we are always extremely thankful and grateful for all of you and all of the support that you give us every single day. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome, and we are so appreciative of every single one of you. We love you guys. So that's the first order of business is thank you and celebration. What else we got?
Well, it is a Q&A. I mean,
well, we'll get to that.
Wait, what else? What do we have to say?
Yeah, start lining up some questions. I mean, okay, yeah. Secondly, what we got? We got Guillotine did pretty well. I was supposed to go live like a month ago to update you guys, and then I didn't. Yeah, I'm not always good at my job. But it's looking right now. Guillotine is over 365,000 streams already.
Crazy.
Pretty good.
Y'all nuts.
So make sure, if you haven't heard already, which I'm sure you probably have, you do. And also make sure that if you haven't already, to stop by our buddies, Saint Slumber. To stop by their YouTube channel, stop by their Spotify profile or whatever, give them a follow, show them some love, because those are our good homies, you know. So take care of them for sure, because those are our buds. So that's second order of business. I guess the other order of business is that there are new songs on the way.
There are
actually a couple new songs on the way.
Yeah, we got a couple of things up in the air right now. Some are done, some are being worked on.
We got songs.
You're tracking some today, aren't you?
I'm doing a little demo today.
A little demo
today for another song that I've been working on.
Heck yeah.
Oh, mods. Sorry about that. We probably should have added everyone in Discord, shouldn't we? But yeah, somebody can do that. I don't know. Hopefully there's a mod. Hopefully, hi mods, if you're here, do that. But yeah, so that's it. We got new music on the way really soon. Really soon. We got Guillotine did awesome. We got 80,000. That's pretty much the update. We have the merch store on and popping, all the 9 collection stuff up in there. So make sure you check out the merch store if you haven't already. And yeah, you guys can, I guess, start popping some questions in chat whenever you are ready to start asking some questions. We'll celebrate in normal fashion. As always, if it's a question that we've been asked a bunch of times, then we will try to refer you to a different video, because we keep these videos up in the channel, right? So if it's a question that we've answered like 100 times, we're probably going to be like, hey, we've answered that before. And you guys can check out the old videos, because we're always trying to get into some new questions if we can. as long as we can continue to get fresh questions, we always will. Obviously, if we run out of stuff, maybe we'll just have to answer some old ones.
I actually brought that up on Twitch today.
Did you
I
really?
was like, I'm going to get the meaning of 8 graves tattooed on my forehead.
I know.
So that people can go, oh, that's why? Yep, this is it right
It's
here.
also in our Discord channel.
It is.
There's a section that is frequently asked questions. So there's a FAQ. So if you guys have a question and we say that's in the Discord FAQ, it's probably already there. Some of our lovely friends were kind enough to put those in there. So if you guys, if we get a question that we get asked a million times, we'll probably just refer you to Discord, and hopefully we can pop the link in here at some point, for sure. But N-Man, there's a new question I don't think we've answered.
What is it? Fruit?
N-Man is my roommate on our Minecraft server.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I don't know if he still is because he probably moved into a better house that isn't garbage now. But what is our favorite kind of fruit? That's tough.
I really love blueberries lately.
Me too, actually. I eat them like
good.
almost every day.
Yeah, same.
I'm a big pineapple fan though too, dude.
Pineapple's
Love me
good.
some pineapples. I think pineapples might be my my fave.
Nice.
But yeah. Oh, Cookie, thank you. I'm glad that you've stayed with us since 10K. That's really awesome. Some people have been around here for a long time. And we definitely appreciate you guys, for sure. Skinny berries are only a virtual fruit for me. Lobo, are you going to collab with Grandson? We're going to say that's been in every single Q&A so far. So, you can watch one of the videos. If we get the chance to, we will. Let's put it that way. Captain Price, how's quarantine and the pandemic? Is everybody's family okay? That's a pretty good question.
Yeah, I mean, quarantine sucks.
Yeah.
Being safe. Family's good. I mean, everyone's safe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky. Both of our families are pretty smart. So our families have taken it seriously and have done kind of the right thing to keep themselves and others safe. We don't really have like a lot of knuckleheads in our family. A lot of Americans are a little knuckleheady about this. And I know a lot of you guys are not, are from outside the States. So, we're lucky in the sense that our families are pretty safe and
Very
smart
fortunate.
about it.
Yeah.
As far as like the actual process of being locked away for this long, it's tough. I think it's been tough on everybody. I think it's been hard to kind of really quantify like how much of it, like at this point, I've been in it for so long that like I don't even know that I recognize like how much it's impacted just like who I am and what I do. I think it's going to be interesting to, because we're getting, vaccines are really rolling out. If you guys haven't gotten your shot yet, please try to focus on registering to get vaccinated. Keep yourself and some other people safe. We're rolling up on the time where maybe we're going to get back to normal a little bit. I think when I start to go back out in public, that's when I'm going to realize like how much of a difference that being locked up for a year has made.
So weird.
Yeah, I don't even know if I like really want to do it now, but we'll, when I get back in public, we'll see how much I like being around people. I don't think I'm gonna like it very
Strikingly,
much.
not so much.
Aisuru, any chance for Wolf video? Probably not. Aisuru, that's a really old song.
Very old.
And we're definitely trying to concentrate on new stuff going forward. But we're really happy that people are reaching back for the old songs.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot lately.
Yeah, a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I really love this song. I can't believe I missed it." So
like
that's
mixtape. Like
yeah.
Whoa.
So that's really great. It's always awesome to hear that people are digging deep and finding some of the old stuff. That's always cool. Taboo asks, what both of you did to start your music careers? Was everything hard at first or easy, or stuff just fun but never expected to be famous? So we're still not famous. That's the important
Not
thing.
by a long shot.
Yeah.
Was it hard at first? And yes, and it's also hard now.
Yeah.
How did we start?
I don't really know how you start.
You just say like, well, I guess I'm gonna fuck my life up now.
Yeah, and you make some songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think there's.
I dropped out of college at 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in a band.
And I left school at 22 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'm trying this. I don't think there's like a definitive start. You know, I think honestly, you just start making music. Making music is always super hard.
Because you don't know where to begin. You're like, how do I get people to listen to this? You know,
and unless you're like kind of an asshole, you're not going to be the kind of person who's like, look what I do. I do this. Everyone pay attention to me. I want attention. You know, like, and Nick and I are both not really like that. So we're not like big self-promoters. So like there's people who like I work with who just this week found out I was in a band. And
oh, seriously?
Yeah. Charlie found out like this week, like, wait, you make music? I'm like, yeah, you know. I don't like, I'm not a big like self-promoter. I'm like kind of try to stay quiet and humble and in my own. So yeah, it's super hard. Lager Trader, thank you so much. You're awesome too. So it's tough, you know, music is hard. And the thing about doing creative stuff, and we talk about this a lot, is there's not going to be a lot of people who really encourage you to do it. A lot of people are going to tell you to, you know, do something safer, you know, go to school, get a good job. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody should be going to school, particularly if you don't know exactly what you want to do. It's good to learn, assuming that you can afford it, and it's not going to put your family into some sort of horrible financial situation. But yeah, so, you know, it's one of those things that it's hard. So you got to really want to do it, you know, and it's not about being famous or it's not about notoriety. It just has to be something you do because you really love to make music and or art in general. So if you love it enough, then you'll do it, you know, and if you love it that much, then you should, no matter what, and you should find a way to make it work, you know.
Definitely.
Allah, hello. Hi. Thanks for coming. Koi, hello. Dark Soul, what is your guys' opinion on school right now during these tough times?
Well, yeah, there's like a weird dilemma there, right?
Yeah.
Especially in the US. Middle schoolers weren't doing so hot mentally, right?
There's been a couple of states in the country where very young people were actually taking their own lives because of the isolation and depression.
Alarming rate. And I think the response to that was that opening up schools,
we got to get them
less
school.
Of a risk.
Yeah, than actually the health
the
risk.
Mental anguish, yeah.
So
which is,
look, I don't have like a lot of smart, you know, I'm not smart enough to know the answers to stuff like that. All I know is school is extremely important. You know, you have to, even if you're a creative person and you think you're going to be an artist, being intelligent about the world around you and having this perspective of other people so that you can be a caring person and a contributing member of society is kind of an important thing. I think one thing that school really gives us is the ability to get in touch with other people. And I think if you are, even if you're a creative person, having the perspective of other people and experiencing like their emotions and their lives gives you perspective on your own, and that will help you create. So school is really important, but obviously it's dangerous right now with Corona. So you know, one of those things that you kind of have to balance. And if you're in school, pay attention, make the most of it, understand, you know, why you're there to learn and to be a member of a community and be kind to the people that you're in school with, and just try your best to be safe. But it's a pretty complicated situation. I don't want to, you know, you know, paint it like it's like an easy thing to handle.
Not at all.
It's definitely not, you know. Lucy had a big old people challenge. Yeah, Lucifer. So I don't know. I don't think that's that. I don't know if that's our Lucy or not. Yeah, we get a lot of that as you get like as you get a little bigger, you'll get a lot of people like posting on your channel and stuff. Honestly, we don't mind it. The only thing that bothers it to me is when the people really don't seem to have done the necessary work, you know, like there is a point where you're a musician where you're finally like, okay, our music is presentable now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's not always the first couple songs you make. Sometimes it takes a little while before you're like, wait, we got something here that's like, you know, something we need to get out there.
Right.
But some people have like 2 songs and they're like, yo, my shit's fire, dude. You gotta like check this out. And you're like, it's not.
Might want to practice a little bit.
Yeah, you probably need 2 years of work before you're
it's
like
cool to
really
see
ready.
the passion, but it's a little.
But I wonder if it's really musical passion, or if it's like I want to be noticed, or I want to be famous, or I want to have like clout.
Yeah, there's just ego involved for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, like for us, most of the time we make a song and like 6 months later we're like, that song sucks. We don't want anyone
More
to hear
times
it.
than less. We finish the song. I'm like, never listen to it again.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like it's just kind of how it goes. I think people who are really creative most often are pretty critical of their stuff. And if you're just like one of those people who has 2 songs and think you wrote 2 hits, I doubt how good you probably really are.
Long-term goals, career and or personal. That's a pretty good question.
That's a pretty good question. That's a complicated question.
It is complicated, but it's good.
Eric, you keep. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about Shrek. I don't know. Michael Myers is funny. Long-term goals, career and or personal. Go ahead, Nick.
It Graves, I really want us to just have a moment, at least this is how I look at it. I know you have a little bit different view on like our music.
No.
I want to finally be like, that is what I was trying to go for this whole time, you know? Because we mess around with like approaches to music and will this work, will that work? And obviously everyone, it's subjective. Fans will listen to it and get something out of it. And all that process is great. But for me, in the production realm, there's always like this almost like unattainable like production realm that I just want to hit it and be like, yes,
I did it.
That's what I wanted to hit.
You'll never get that. That's the worst part about it.
I know.
You're never going to be satisfied.
I'm always going to be scratching at the walls for that. But
yeah. But to push for it is cool.
Yeah. Even if it lasts for like a moment, like, damn,
yeah,
I actually executed that, you know, because I feel like a lot of stuff is always a compromise. Like, well, you can't fit everything in that song. I'm like, shit, but I want to. Yeah. But I guess it's also my personal goal. Really?
Yeah, kind of the same thing.
My career and personal goals are exactly the same.
Yeah, that's the one thing about doing what we do is it's kind of like the same, you know, like
it really is. Yeah.
Your life becomes so raveled in what you do that it personal and professional are kind of the same. For me, I just would like to continue to make our music successful enough that we have some sort of platform that I could hopefully reach people and change people's minds and you know, talk some political stuff. I would like to maybe even run for Senate one day. Yeah, and I would really like to do that. I just would like to be able to have enough of a platform to kind of like help the lives of people around me, if that makes sense, you know. But yeah, that's a tough question, but a good one. Oh, there's a good one. What are your thoughts on climate change and ocean acidification? How urgent do you think these problems are? How do you think they should be addressed?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to answer all that. I know it's real. One thing I will say about that is that we've all been convinced that like we have to do every day, like make sure when you buy your groceries, you use a reusable bag and you use a hydro flask every day instead of using a plastic bottle and blah, blah. And while all those things are great, remember that almost 90% or 70%, excuse me, of the world's population comes from like 6 to 9 corporations. So they keep trying to make it a personal responsible thing.
It's always
about big businesses. And so it's all about corporate imperialism and most of it's American. And we apologize on America's behalf. But yeah, it's real and do your part the best you can. Moonlight, what's my pendant? It's a little meat cleaver. Because I got to let people know they mess around, I'll cut you.
Aggressive.
I'll cut somebody. It's a little meat cleaver. I'm just trying to let people know what I'm not to bother me too much. Lager Trader, you missed it earlier. Are we working on any new music? I know some people have jumped in since we first kicked off the chat. So yes, we are. We have a bunch of songs in the works. One is done and on the way. Another is like an inch away from being done, and then we'll be on the way. And then a third I'm demoing today, and then one is written. So there's like a bunch on the way. Actually, we're actually trying to do a full length kind of album this year, which we haven't done in the past. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get that done. Taboo asks, who are we rooting for, Godzilla or King Kong?
Didn't that already conclude?
No, there's a new one coming out.
Oh, did not know that.
I don't know. That's a tough question. I feel like they're both like kind of made to be bad guys, and they're mostly.
Well, there were some where Godzilla was on our side. Yeah, because it was like more nefarious.
But I think they've
monsters at
both
play.
been made to be good guys at times.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I got C. You know, I'm partial to Godzilla.
Really?
I am.
I am too. King Kong?
Yeah, but he like just was in love with the lady.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, it's a little kind of, you know, if you love a woman, maybe you don't just grab her and pull her to the top of a building. But you know, he's a gorilla, so
he's a gorilla.
You don't always maybe he doesn't always get what he's saying, you know, or doing. But yeah, we're getting a lot of questions about collaborations. It's kind of like the same thing that we've said with Grandson like 100 times. We're always open to collaborating with like pretty much anybody that we think is you know, cool. And we think a lot of people are cool. We like a lot of music. We think there's a lot of really talented musicians around right now.
And we may or may not be collaborating with some of those cool, talented
We
musicians.
are going to be doing some of that.
Guillotine was an example.
Guillotine was an example. And we just did the Underground with Unlike Pluto not too long ago. So we're always down to collab, but it's going to come down to just having the opportunity and the timing. And that stuff's a little bit harder to work out than you think. You know, you'd be surprised. Like some artists, they really have like their schedule lined up for like a year at a time, and you're like getting in contact with them and like, yeah, we could do something in
2022.
Yeah, February of 23, exactly.
Wow.
So it's tricky, you know. Evolution, we notice you. So it's tricky, but there's a lot to it. But we're definitely down. And I saw somebody mention Updog or Tech Thieves. You know, those are both great groups, and they're awesome musicians. I personally like their music. Yeah, you know, so that would be cool. Bella Van says, you kind of remind me of Chester Bennington. I'm going to assume that's me because I feel like I look more like Chester than you do.
Me.
That's a pretty huge compliment. Thank you very much, Bella. That's that's pretty nice.
It's kind of like one of the best compliments.
Yeah, Chester was a pretty important person to me in terms of music and like kind of growing, you know, feeling more comfortable talking about the things that I think and feel. So that's pretty nice. Thank you.
Chim Sky, we use Ableton. Just so
Yeah.
you know, that's our DAW that we use.
Yeah. And if you look at our channel, Chim, there's a bunch of Nick does those behind the beat videos where he discusses some production stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you are interested in production and audio engineering, you should definitely check that stuff out, which I'm going to assume you are because you asked what DAW Nick uses. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that you probably do that. Yes. And man, that's about right. That's a pretty good paraphrasing. Right there. Over the last years, okay, Koi asked, hi Koi, what was the most impactful song you have ever created as well as heard? I mean, impactful. So impactful, I kind of think that means like making kind of headway. And for us, I think we kind of have to almost default give that to Hang.
That definitely was it opened a lot of doors for us, for sure. Yeah.
Hang, when we made Hang, it got like a ton of like support from Spotify for, you know, and, you know, thanks to people over there, Ali Hagendorf and others. But Hang was like, we just had like this kind of big exposure out of nowhere from it. And that was like impactful. But Bury Me Low still, it's one of those songs that people are still finding out about it now.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. A couple years later.
Yeah.
And
is it like 3 years now or 2 years?
I think it's 3.
3 years.
So it's one of those things that just continues to kind of draw people in and continues to attract people to our music. So Bury Me Low is, I think, super, super impactful. And as far as heard goes, that's like, what's my favorite flavor? Ice cream. That's really hard to choose. I don't know about that. Oh, hi, Alex. How are you? Thank you for exposing your coworkers to our music. We appreciate that, dear. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Planet Tech World, favorite artists. We get asked this a lot. But I'll always revisit it. Because right now I'm constantly finding new things that I like. Right now I've been listening to a ton of Royal Blood. I really like Royal Blood a lot. And Death from Above 1979 is big on my playlist.
You showed me them. They're actually really good.
I love that band, and I listen to them every day for like 3 years now. Notice me. I love that band. Yeah, and Nick, you're going Prodigy.
The Prodigy.
Yeah, those are
as always. But I love Royal Blood as well. The new Poppy record. think
Really?
so, right?
I haven't listened to it.
Dude.
I got to check that out.
It's so good. Yeah.
I got to check that out. For sure. A couple people have asked, do we like anime? That's one of the questions we answer a lot. I'm literally wearing a Junji Ito shirt.
Yeah.
Right
Do you
now.
like anime? No.
Yeah. No, I just have an anime shirt on.
No.
Yes,
not
we
at all.
watch a ton of anime. I particularly lately have been like kind of cracked on it. Bipsy, hello. Hello, friend. Thanks for coming to this.
Mother's here? Hey,
Yeah,
Mother.
Bipsy's
How's it
here.
going?
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Sheepy, of course. Yeah, a lot of you guys. We met a lot of you guys from that.
Suicide Sheep.
Juan, hello. Hola. Ian asks, do we work out?
3 times a week.
I try to work out every day, but I'm probably about 3 times a week right now.
Nice.
Also, I have a Peloton, Ian. I got one of those Peloton bikes, and I absolutely love it. I can't say enough about it. I had jacked up knees from playing sports my whole life, and the Peloton's like one of the things I can do and like actually push myself hard without feeling like my knees are going to blow out. So it's nice. And I've also been doing a lot of yoga.
Yoga is great. Actually, I
jam.
do that on at least one off day during the week.
Yeah, it's nice to do. Yeah, what have you been doing for work? You've been doing free weights, right? Your dumbbells and stuff?
Yeah, it's like a 5x5 workout. So it's just meant to make skinny guys not look skinny.
Nice.
That's my workout. Yeah.
But I think that's important right now because, you know, we're locked in our houses and we're so sedentary. So it's
good
important
for the brain as well as the body.
Yeah, for sure. Pratt asks, do we like gaming? We do like gaming, and we actually stream on Twitch.
So that's something we did /8graves.
We didn't mention. So a lot of our friends in here, like Bipsy, obviously Koizumi, a lot of the
Zigya, I was with Zigya today.
Yeah, so a lot of folks in here are regulars
Twitch crew
at our Twitch streams. So definitely follow Skinny, obviously.
Skinny, yeah.
So definitely follow us on
Hamster.
Twitch. Oh, Moonlight, of course.
Yeah.
Literally Moonlight watches all of my streams and is up with me until like 5 a.m. their time. So, you know, make sure it's twitch.tv/8graves, 8 the number. Twitch gang represent, come hang out. And Purple, Nick actually played Little Nightmares too. So there's already one there.
Yep, we all beat it.
You could check it out. The video is already up on the channel. Alicia, heart back at you. Pocket. Oh yeah, Pocket's Twitch gang too. Tim is Twitch gang. No, you guys. Tim, you haven't missed that many. You're regular. I know you when I see you. Dark. I watch Attack on Titan. I have not watched the last 2 episodes. I'm trying to get caught up, but I want to save and binge. I've been right now. Now I'm gonna have to do this. Right now I'm watching Attack on Titan. I watch every episode of One Piece. I'm getting caught up on Black Clover right now. I watch, what else am I waiting on every week?
What was the one that you told me about?
Oh, Tower of God.
Tower of God, yeah.
God of High School, and Jujutsu Kaisen has become like my.
No, that's the one.
That's the one.
With
that's
the
like
legendary guy who gets reborn.
No, that's God of High School.
Oh,
Jujutsu Kaisen's with the kid that eats the demon finger and gets all cracked out.
Oh, demon fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been watching all that stuff, but I've been trying to wait. Drawing in the Franks I already watched straight. It made me cry. I'm not doing that again.
Damn.
But when will you do a face reveal? Right now. But I've been watching a lot. So what I've been trying to do is save episodes. Like I won't watch a show for a couple weeks so that I could watch like 3 or 4 episodes. I just prefer to binge watch. I don't know what it is.
The monitor light is giving someone autism, they said. This thing right here.
Oh, I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think that's the thing.
Ant-Man, favorite Studio Ghibli movie. Mine's Howl's Moving Castle. Definitely.
It's hard to say. The one that moved me the most emotionally would have to be, I believe the title is Grave and Fireflies, right?
Argentum.
What?
Yo, Gravy's Kappa. What's good, Argentum? That's our boy right there.
Gravies.
What is up? What's your favorite, dude?
Grave of the Fireflies. I think that's what it's called, right?
No, I don't.
Dude, that thing is so sad.
I can't do that, dude. I can't
Gets
do
me in
it.
the
It's
feels.
too sad. Kaneji. I have not read Solo Leveling yet. I really wanna. I heard that because I have Crunchyroll, there's an app with manga on it, and I can read that. But I don't know if that's true. And yes, Demon Slayer is one of my favorite guys, but also obviously right now we're on break from that. So
You played Undertale, right? Ermac X. Did
Yeah.
you play Undertale? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ermac. We played Undertale on stream. So if you go to our Twitch channel, you can watch. And I did a pacifist run too, by the way. But you can go and check out my Undertale run through. I think we did it in only 2 weeks. But you could go watch my videos of that on our Twitch channel. So again, twitch.tv/agrades.
If you only had 24 hours to live, how would you
C's coming with the big time questions today. Let's go. If I only had 24 hours to live, I don't know. I'd probably just try to hang out I'd probably throw a giant party and try to like spend time with as many of my friends as I could.
Most important people in your life.
Yeah, like as many of my friends and family as I could, just catch up with everybody. And then I would also make sure that any money that I have laying around goes to some good causes, mainly feeding people.
The party idea is really good. I immediately thought, like, I just want to hang out with my nephew.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Just want to chill with him.
Just throw a big barbecue, invite everybody, hang out, carry the nephew around, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
That'd be awesome. That's the move.
I kind of want to just do that anyway.
That's the move. That's the move. Yeah, we might have to do that once we're all vaccinated here. I'm not answering that question.
What?
Would you, if you had to pick one to lick, would it be anime girl feet or white girl ass? Which white girl? It depends on the white girl.
Which anime girl?
Brent, read the wear a maid outfit when you hit 100K in Discords. No, I will not wear a maid outfit. Where am I even gonna get a maid outfit from? Guys?
Also, who wants that?
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Who wants that?
My body is not maid outfit ready. Okay. And weird vibes. I'm happy we have zero dislikes. Somebody will pop one on there now that I mentioned it. Watch, guaranteed. And then a couple of guys asking next music release. I think it's April
for our next release.
Yeah, I think it's a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I think it's a couple weeks.
We don't got the official. We do have the date, but we can't say.
Do we? I don't know. I don't know the date.
We can't say the date.
I don't know the date, but it's coming soon, and we'll be announcing it soon. You'll get art. You'll get art. You'll get clips. You'll get all that stuff. So just pay attention. And it'll be coming soon, guys.
We're like spinning in our chairs, like
I know. I have like nervous.
Fidgety.
I'm wiggling my toes around around the frame here. 10 people, Madison. If I had to be stranded with 10 people on an island, I could not pick 10. It would be like Nick, Glitta, my girlfriend, and like I don't know, Bear Grylls, so he could feed us, so I don't die. That would be it. I don't have that many people I want to be stuck on an island with.
Do you like thick anime thighs?
I don't know what that's supposed. No, I don't. And that question made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ian, did you guys watch Uncut Gems? Have you seen that movie?
Uncut Gems, yes.
Oh,
it's the same producers who did the movie with the guy from Twilight. What's his name?
Wait, the guy from Twilight?
Yes.
Robert Pattinson?
Fantastic in this movie. Something like
something
Run or something. Or
oh, I know what you're talking about. I never saw that movie.
It's just like inappropriate music for the scene.
Yeah.
There's a rising tension the whole time. Like
it's kind of like Uncut Gems.
Bro, I've seen both. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, I love it. I love that genre of
like
movie or whatever.
Watching Uncut Gems, it was just acid.
Dude.
Just building up.
And then it pops.
And then you're like, oh, it's gonna be okay. You know? And then we know we're not gonna spoil it for anybody.
It's already spoiled.
But nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Have you guys played Valheim? I haven't played Valheim yet.
A lot of my friends are playing it and they tell me to play it. I'm going to. It looks sick. It's still in Greenlight, right? The Steam beta.
Yeah, it's like weird, but like it's got obviously
it's like Vikings Minecraft.
It's Minecraft with Vikings.
Crafting,
yeah, and bosses. It seems cool.
Seems cool. Yeah.
One of my coworkers plays it and she streams it and it seems fun. But yeah. Aqua, hello. Back to you from the States. Ashes, thank you so much. I hope you have a good day too, friend. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you. People are asking about our religion. I don't think either of us practice a religion, but also be careful about who you ask that, guys. That's not always like I don't know if that's the most appropriate question to ask people.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter.
I don't care. I consider myself atheist. I'm not sensitive to it, but some people may be. So just be careful. I obviously don't care. I just answered, but just be careful. Some people are a little sensy.
C's coming with another good one.
Cheesy pickup lines.
No, this one. When you're having a bad day, what do you do to make yourself feel better?
C's, did you have a career in journalism coming up? You're asking better questions on this than we get asked in like actual interviews that we do with people. When I'm having a bad day, I try to make myself feel better this is something I'm learning in therapy, by the way. It's called behavioral activation. And what it is when you start to get sad or depressed, your body tries to defend you from exposure and it triggers your instincts to isolate. So you'll want to be like in bed more. You'll want to like sleep for longer hours. You'll want to like eat all this food to comfort yourself, and you'll want to avoid contact with other people. And I
feel seen.
Right? It's bad. And there's a lot of information that shows if you fight that negative mood by doing things like working out, making yourself go and do things that you'll enjoy, even if you feel like it's going to be a lot to get yourself to do them. Like you expend energy, you eat healthy, you go and you spend time doing things that you enjoy, which is obviously a little tricky right now with everything going on. You do things that will make you happy, even if you don't feel like doing them because you're in a depressed mood. So that's what I've been practicing. It's called behavioral activation. And it's really great. And you should read about it if you're a person that finds yourself in bad moods sometimes. It's really, really helpful. That's what I do. What do you do, Rick?
I think I do that without realizing that that's the thing. Really, it's like, I feel like there's a lot of like energy required to be motivated to do things. And I kind of have to like bootstrap it. It doesn't work all the time.
Yeah.
I try. But I know in my mind, once I start working out or once I like do things that I'm avoiding, once I get over that like avoidance, that hump, I'm like, oh, I feel so much like clearer and better now. It's not like the world is a bright, shiny thing all of a sudden. It's just like
you feel normal.
You go normal. Yep. Yeah, you get a little more normal. Yeah.
I talk about it as the inertia of depression.
Yeah, inertia is the word. Yeah.
Right? Like it gets on top of you and it's hard to move. But once you get through it, then you're good to go.
Hey, Skinny, thank you for that.
Aw.
What a nice person.
Skinny, that's very kind of you. Yeah. And we appreciate all the support you always give us. You're one of the people that are always there for us on day one. You're always like supportive and kind, and we really, really, really appreciate it. But anyway, oh, Ian, I hope your new headphones rock. Victoria, I wish that I could read that on the fly. So here's something I want to talk about. We get a ton of comments on our YouTube channel.
That looks Portuguese.
I think it's Portuguese. Yeah. And I know that's best in videos and our music. It's close. Yeah. I can't read the whole thing. When you guys comment on our videos in different languages, please feel totally comfortable doing that. I don't mind it at all. I just have to be at my computer to use a translator. So if we see it in live, I can't always read it, and I apologize for that. In America, they don't really teach us to speak a lot of different languages. So we're not really great with that. But yeah, we appreciate it. And please always feel free to comment in whatever language is safest and easiest and most comfortable for you. We don't mind at all. We will definitely use a translator to answer back. But please forgive me if the answer that we respond with doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Because it is just me using Google Translate most of the time, or Transover, that like install for the browser that Nick told me to download. So apologize if if we can't necessarily respond in appropriate fashion, because we're just doing our best. So yeah, there we go.
If you had to choose a different profession, what would you choose to do? You want to yes?
You go.
Okay. I would be a teacher.
This is new.
This
is a new development.
I really have recently realized that explaining things to people about things that I know is a way for me to express my passion about it. And it also feels good that people are receptive and actually learn something from me. And that's a really like positive reward system for me. And I really like that a lot. Now I know there's a lot of red tape and bullshit and bureaucracy in American education and stuff like that. But in theory, I just really like that dynamic of just like
teaching something.
Yeah, or helping and like encouraging people and realizing their inner potential, all that kind of stuff. Like I really, really, really enjoy that a lot. It's like any opportunity that someone allows me to exercise that, I take that.
And you're really good at it too. When people ask you to, teach them something, you have a very, like, even for me, I have to learn from you all the time, and you're really good and patient, and you explain it in simple terms. Like you're good at like doing it. For me, I would probably, I would think that I would try to get into being in government. I would want to be like a senator or congressperson.
Definitely.
Unwanted attention just asked if we support the LGBT community. And that is a big part of where I'm going with this answer. I'm really big, and I don't know if you guys follow our Twitter account. Our Twitter account is run by me, and it's mostly political. If it's not your thing, it's A grades NYC. If it's not, that's mostly me. I have a big problem with the way that the world operates in general. I think that we have been tricked into just working to make like a handful of people super rich, and most of us are sad. Most of us feel desperate and unfulfilled. There's too many people that do not have housing security. There's too many people that do not have food security. And the people that oppress us financially have gotten so good at turning us against each other and blaming each other, right? Like, you live in North Carolina and people are like, hey, we're desperate. We kind of need more money, raise the minimum wage. And they're like, yeah, but there's trans people going in bathrooms. We got to take care of that first. And that's not even a real fucking problem. Trans people have been using the bathrooms of their choice forever. And you probably didn't know.
And also,
who cares, right? They should be able to do whatever makes them comfortable. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous, right? We say it before, I'll say it again, trans rights are human rights. And, for me, I would love to use my position as a white, straight, cisgender dude to kind of press down on people that decide that it's their position to oppress people. And oppression and economic oppression, whether it be racial or gender bias or sexual orientation oppression and economic oppression, go hand in hand. And I think I would like to work to abolish those. So that's not necessarily ruled out for me. I think, especially if I happen to somehow get very rich, I would probably run for Senate at some time in the future. But I think that would be something I would want to do, because I have realized that I have a lot of passion for fighting kind of injustice.
You do. And I learn a lot from you.
I just think the world is very unfair, and I would like to be able to fight to make it a little bit more so. So that would be my answer to that question.
Dude.
Yeah.
Brent for president.
Yes. Dan. Yes.
President Brent.
Yes. Crispy. Yes. But anyway, if I had $1 million quid, what would I do with it?
Is quid like a UK or English currency?
It's a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and say.
What you got?
I don't even know. It's funny. I'm like, that's a lot of money. And I wouldn't even nearly be enough. I would pay for people who are in jail who have not been convicted of everything. So in America, let me clarify this. You can get arrested, and before you have your trial, you get put in jail, and you can't get out of jail pending your trial without cash bail. And there's a lot of people, particularly young people, who are in jail for things that are nonviolent and ridiculous. And they may sit there for months, sometimes years, and be beaten, in many cases raped, traumatized, because their family doesn't have enough money to get them out of jail. So I would like to spend a lot of money paying nonviolent criminal offenders bails so that they don't have to sit in jail and be abused in prison situations while they await their trials. So that's probably where I would want to spend that money.
Well,
sorry.
So I can't buy a lifetime supply of Skittles.
You can. You can. Look, hey, we're talking fantasy scenarios here. I don't have. Not everything has to be so damn serious.
If I did not work for the money, and someone just gave it to me, it's not mine.
Yeah.
You just sit on $1 million quid, be like, man, I got it. Like, I would probably ask you what the fuck I should do with it. Honestly,
we would probably.
I feel like you would know, and I'd be like, yeah, that seems like the most morally sound thing.
What sucks is there's so many needy causes.
Yeah,
and so many just causes. It's like almost $1 million doesn't really make a dent.
Yeah, it's like a flash in the pan.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, like Flint, Michigan still needs clean water. It's just absolutely fucking insane, man. But yeah, Angela, what do you think about collabing with 2 Feet? I love 2 Feet stuff. And Angela, actually, fun fact, somebody who I know personally, his name is Matt Swain, plays drums for 2 Feet, and he is an absolutely bananas drummer. He was in the newest video that 2 Feet just released.
That's sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so we would love to work with 2 Feet because it would also mean I would get to work with my acquaintance, Matt, who is extremely talented. So yeah, that would be awesome. Have you watched, Madison asks, have you watched Umbrella Academy?
I don't know if I have.
I have.
Oh, Gerard Way's
thing?
I haven't watched it now.
We're pretty big Mike Chem fans.
Yeah.
They're like big influences on us growing up, which is funny because they're kind of like the same age as us. But they were still like bigger. We were in a band at that time, and they were from New Jersey, from only a couple of towns away from where we were living. And it was cool to to see them kind of, they were like the biggest band in the world at some point. So I did watch it out of respect, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. Pretty interesting characters.
Sick.
I like Ben the ghost. I'm into that. But yeah, pretty cool. This is a good question. How do I plan my first tattoo for it to withstand the test of time? Ian, that's a pretty good question. My best advice to you: do not worry about what the tattoo means. And I'm going to get so much clapback about this. Just get something that looks awesome. Just, if I was young and when I got my first tattoo, 18, I got what I thought was meaningful, I would have had like Thug Life on my stomach or something. You grow up, you change a lot as a person, and something that means something to you right now may not mean a damn thing to you in 5 years. But something that you think is aesthetically beautiful, you will probably always find aesthetically beautiful.
That's really great advice, actually.
Yeah. So
because I always hear people like, well, this one here.
This is for my mom that died. Yeah. And this is for my grandpa that died. And this is for my friend that died. It's like, do you just shower and just cry as you wash your body? No. Horrible idea. Horrible idea.
Spoken from a true tattoo artist.
Oh, God, don't do it.
Seasoned.
Everyone's like, what does your tattoos mean? I'm like, I don't know. They look cool. Yeah, that's a big thing. What is our favorite childhood cartoon? Victor, that's a good question.
Ooh, childhood cartoon. When did your childhood end? 34?
I'm still watching cartoons now.
Shit.
God help me.
I mean,
thank you, Renzo.
Some of the cartoons that Cap did when I was younger were American style anime. I had no idea that was what it was. Like The Little Prince, Voltron, yes, Starcom,
yep,
was another one. And I remember being like growing up with like Looney Tunes and all that stuff. I'm like, it seems kind of like mindless to me. Even when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch this. But when I started seeing those or having access to those things, it lit my brain up. I was like, yo, this is shit. This is like a movie.
Yeah.
And it's so sick. And then, Toonami, and I got
Dragon Ball Z.
So it kind of led me into that realm. So anything that was like anything close to anime, just really.
Yeah, Voltron and Thundercats were like
Thundercats, bro, had the sword and everything.
But I watched Thundercats literally this week, and it is
it's terrible.
Oh, it's awful.
It's terrible.
I was like actually upset about how bad it was. But when I was a kid, that was like my jam. It was like the shit.
That was sick. The Eye of Thundera.
Cam, hello, friend. How was working with Unlike Pluto? Abdiel asks, Abdiel Gonzalez, thank you for the tip. How was working with Unlike Pluto, and keep up the good work? Thank you for the encouragement.
Super fun and easy.
Easy, dude.
So easy.
Pluto's like just a ball of positive energy. Like who he is on his Instagram, who he is like when you see him on social media, that's like who he is.
What
He's just
you see
like
is what you get.
Straight up.
Yeah.
He's like a big ball of positive, an endless amount of positive energy. I can honestly say I've never talked to him and had him in a bad mood. Hi, Cam. I never. He's just great. So it made working with him really easy. And you know, you had to do like more of like the track designing and stuff. You know, like
yeah, that part was so easy.
Yeah.
He's like, I have this idea. You guys hash it out. And then he was like, all right, now you do the drop. I was like, okay. I did the drop. He was like, perfect. You can mix it too because I trust you. You're really good at that. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. And then we passed it to him. I think it was like one thing he wanted. And then it was like, all right, we're done. Ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Happy.
And he was very much like, this is what I think you guys are good at. And I was like, this is what I think you're good at. That you're better than me at this. He's like, well, you're better than me at this.
Yeah, there's no more positive way to do that than say like, let's do what everyone's best at.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And he, at no point, like, everyone was just very respectful of each other's strengths. And as long as you do that, then it's easy to do collaborative.
It also helps because he's extremely talented. You know? He does everything.
It doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not gonna Zigya. I can't do that.
Oh, Zigya.
Zigya?
Yeah, that's what I say on Twitch. Yeah.
I guess it's Z for X.
I don't know.
I should know that. I'm playing Genshin Impact.
Okay.
How long does it take to make a song? We've answered that before, but the quick answer is somewhere between 3 days and
a year.
6 months. Exactly. Somewhere between a week and a year.
Some songs it's very clear what it's going to be, and other songs like, that's just not quite right, and it needs to find like a new thing. And sometimes we don't have time to track or whatever the hell it is, you know.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. We still have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So trying to find just time to sit and do a couple hours. Yes, Radic, Nick and I have both been playing Genshin. Nick, once we're done with this, I'm not actually speaking to Nick. Because Nick has wished about 13 times and has Hu Tao and Kuching, and I've wished 100 times and I only got 1 5-star, and it was on my 90th wish for pity. So I'm not talking to Nick right now. We're just playing nice for the camera. Once this is over,
I called you up. I was like, "You're gonna hate me, dude." He's like, "You got Hu Tao? You got Hu Tao?"
I knew that's what it was gonna be.
I was like, "Yeah, I did. I got him."
So I guess Hu Tao is your favorite character, probably.
Dude, insane.
Yeah, my favorite character is Zhao, who is the only 5-star I have. To answer your question, Wianchi. But yeah. Anyway, Davey, did you play Dark Souls 3? I have a save file right up the middle of that game right now, Davey. But I got killed through a wall.
Oof, discouraging.
And I raged and I alt F4'd and I haven't loaded it back up. I got hit like
PC or
I'm playing on my computer, but with a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And like it was like one of those big goofy things, like when the guys have like the monster come out of them and it's got the big tentacles, and it swung and I went down a stairwell and I got hit through the wall and I died. And so I was like, Alt F4. No, hitboxes are corny. Let's get over this. Anyway. And man, Chi-Chi. Oh, no. That's not nice, and man. But still, Chi-Chi's cool.
I don't even know what that means.
Chi-Chi's really cool. I know what that means.
Anyway.
Let's get a couple more in, guys. We got a couple more minutes. Someone I will walk up to. Have I ever had Pocket? That's a good question. Have we ever had anyone walk up to us in real life and ask for a picture? Absolutely not. Outside of us at a show, you know, because at a show, sometimes people will be like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?" But like never like I'm walking around the supermarket and someone's like, "You're that guy." That's why earlier when it was like, "Are you famous?" I'm like, we're not famous. I can go to the store. I have to go to work every day. Nobody knows who I am.
It ain't like that.
Unless that's your experience.
No.
Certainly not mine.
No.
Okay. No. So no, we don't.
Usually it's like, who's that 14-year-old on a one-wheel riding downtown? That's what people are thinking. Like, I'm 36.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Frigid, did we play Bloodborne or Sekiro? I have played both. I struggled through Bloodborne. I platinumed Sekiro. I even killed the Demon of Hatred. I really liked Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice was my jam.
What keeps you motivated?
You guys.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's my answer.
Lisa, a lot of it is you guys.
You and I talk about that all the time.
All the time.
Like, we're just like so fortunate.
It's one of those things that, for me particularly, and Nick, I think you're a little bit better off than me in that department, because you do have family members that are like very supportive and very like interested in what you do.
Yeah.
And for me, in particular, I don't have really anyone in my life that's super supportive. You know, my whole family kind of really doesn't care or doesn't encourage what I do. And they kind of haven't for a long time. Like, going back to like when I was a kid, I always wanted to play music.
Yeah.
And everyone was always like, "Oh no!"
I can attest to this because I've known you for like 17 years.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone was always like, "You're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a lawyer. And I'm like, no. I just want to be a musician. And so I never really had that. So having made music for a long time and not always had the pleasure of having people actually say that they care about what I did was painful, and was it made it hard to continue. But having all you guys on my back every day, and like I open up our Discord, or I open up YouTube and look at comments, and you guys are so overwhelmingly positive and supportive and kind, I would 100% not still be doing it if it wasn't for that. So yeah, that's huge. And along with that, Anonymous Wizard asks, a period of haters or trash talkers occur, how are you going to tackle it? I was talking about this the other day.
That doesn't really happen, does it?
It really doesn't happen, but I know that at some point it probably will. We'll probably, if we continue to grow, if you have 1% of people that are assholes, and you grow to have 1 million people, 1 million supporters instead of 100,000.
Oh God, here comes Matt.
Then you went to have, a lot more haters. 10,000? I don't know. Well, 100,000 would be 10%, so 10,000 is 1%. So you go from having 1,000 assholes to 10,000 assholes.
That's a lot of assholes.
That's a lot, which is a lot of assholes, and they all stink. But the thing is, if I were to pay attention to those 10,000 assholes rather than the 990,000 people being kind and positive, then what kind of jerk am I to even waste my time and energy engaging those people rather than engaging the mass majority of you who are so sweet and appreciative and kind and helpful to us every single day. So, we have too many nice people that support us. We have so much love for you guys. It would have to be a massive, like an organized campaign of verbal slander against me for me to like ever even take notice. You guys are too good.
I mean, we see like little comment. I mean, you do more than I do, like here and there.
Like 1 out of 1 million.
Yeah, like once a month.
And someone will be like, "Your songs suck," and I'd be like, "Sorry you feel that way. Thanks for the stream." Like, I know
they just say sorry or they delete their comment.
Most of the time they delete their comment. Everyone does that shit because they think they're going to do it anonymously, That's a pretty good question. Jorgen Munder. That's like one of those big worm creatures from, what game is that from? I know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what you're looking at.
Mead Fetcher. Hey, top lads, love your music. Have loved watching you guys succeed. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
Thank you.
My question is, are you planning to keep making 8 Grades music for long term, or are you also planning other projects? Right now, 8 Grades is all that's on my plate, but it's also all I can have on my plate right now musically.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have a lot of time. I would love to do some other type of music too, but it would have to be when I have enough time to do that. It would most likely be after 8 Grades was like a full-time thing. But yeah, I would love to make other music, Koi, what song would you like to see as a virtual reality dance in the future? Honestly, anything that you guys do, we always appreciate.
Yeah, it's all good.
We're just happy to see you guys being creative with our music. So honestly, Koi, anything. But what about you, Nick? What other music would you possibly want to make?
Well, I have the opportunity of like producing other people, so that's cool. I do the Saints Lumber stuff, which I can do because it's like I'm only like a piece of it rather than like all of it. So it's like more manageable for me, even though it's like barely manageable. So, I dip my feet in other projects. I got another project, very talented musician that we're trying to get that first EP done. So, I'm doing my thing. But as far as like another artist project, I've already done solo stuff. prior to Eight Graves, and I'm kind of done with that. I feel like the best music is done with collaboration, always is. So any sort of opportunity where I can collaborate or offer my, musical aspects, I will jump all over it as long as I have the time, obviously.
Yeah. Time is a big
I have nothing
thing.
really, because I think Eight Graves, especially now, we're starting to see that like we have a lot of like leeway as to what we can do. Someone said it earlier, like mixtape is so different from what Eight Graves is now. If you listen from that up until now, you'll see how true that is. And then like the new stuff that's coming out this year
different.
is even more different. And I feel really empowered by that. I feel that we really get to flex our creative muscles and like think about ourselves and reinvent ourselves in different ways. So it's all very exciting to me. So I don't really have any true plans to kind of like do something else, because I feel like we can still do it. So why wouldn't we do it?
And we're lucky in that way that you guys have always supported us, even as the music has changed. And to be honest, if you listen to Mixtape, that was songs that I had kind of cooked up in my head a little bit that I thought they were going to be like commercially successful. Like I was like, I could write like a kind of like an alt R&B hit and I could like make money, and not that I don't like those songs, but it was definitely me trying to package how I felt into something that I thought would be a little bit more accessible. And then when we started getting together and Nick really kind of nurtured me to kind of do what I really wanted to do, and Nick started putting his input in more and more and more, and we really kind of just found this middle ground, this mesh that just kind of worked. So, and you guys have been with us every step of the way, so it's almost like I'm so fulfilled in what we do with Eight Graves that I haven't even really thought about doing some other stuff.
Honestly.
But I would like to maybe do some electronic stuff. I would like to maybe do some weird kind of heavier stuff. So I don't know. It's a weird kind of thing. We're very, very safe and fulfilled with what we do. So all right. We got like one or two more here and then we're gonna be done. Ian, and I think Davey asked earlier, how long does it take to answer the comments? And then Ian, how do you cope with the reality that eventually you won't be able to answer all the comments?
Two very real questions.
Yeah, it's honestly something that I really struggle with, because if you guys have noticed, it now is taking me a little bit longer to get caught up. The way it works is on Tuesdays when I'm off, or Mondays when I'm off, excuse me, I have therapy every week at 10 a.m. I get done at 11. I then close my FaceTime and I open YouTube, and I do that until I have to eat, getting ready for my 6 p.m. stream. Most of the time I do 4 or 5 or 6 hours of comments.
Crazy, man.
And now I can't get them all done, and I could supplement that by doing a couple hours after work when I'm tired, and I do, but it's hard now to keep up with them. So I will hope that everybody will understand if it takes me a little bit longer, or if I eventually can't get to them, because I'm already getting ready for the "you changed. You used to answer all the comments and now you don't." And people don't realize it used to take me 30 minutes to answer comments, and now sometimes it takes me 13 hours in a week to answer comments. Hella Depraved, hello. Thank you for reviewing the songs. You guys are so smart about the way that you approach it. You really pick up on a lot of things that I put down, so I really appreciate you. And Angela, yes, we are again intending to stream more often as well. Yep. Again, just forgive us because we both do work full-time jobs, and unfortunately I work until 8 or 9 or 10 p.m. Depending on how my day goes.
Sometimes I do bonus streams,
You do, yeah. Nick has been good about it.
Trying to, when I have the time, and I'm like, if I'm gonna play some video games, let me do it live and whatnot. I do like a downtime. Yeah. Because we do have pretty jam-packed schedules. So I
already have been planning, because I have 75 wishes to use in Genshin, and I'm definitely doing it on stream.
Sick.
I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Can't wait for you to get nothing.
I'm not just doing it. I'm gonna get nothing, and then I'm gonna Alt F4 and delete our Twitch account. But yeah, so that kind of Ian, we would love to do an animated music video. Absolutely. One day that is something I would love to do. It's expensive.
And Skinny hit it on the head there. If we get them more views, they can post and stream more. That's exactly correct.
Skinny, that's what it boils down to, right?
That's it, right there.
Because obviously, like, we just hit 80K, and I was joking about it. I was like, can't we just tell everybody in our channel to get out of live stream and go and tell one other person to subscribe and just double in like one day? And I know that's not how it works. Yeah. But we are very excited and hope that we will arrive at the point where we are doing it full time, that we are not, trying to squeeze it in amongst the rest of the things that we have to do just to kind of survive. you know. And the sooner we get there, the more that we will, you know. The good thing about us is, what I can promise you is, the more time, the more money, and the more energy we have to devote strictly to 8 Graves, it's all going to go back to you guys. You know, we will be doing cooler content. We'll be doing more consistent and constant content, more FaceTime with you guys, you know, more streaming, more cool music videos like the animated stuff that Ian was asking about. So as we grow, and we're not going to get figure specific, but I just did our tax paperwork with my brother this week, and we reinvested something like 85% of the money that we made back into the band.
You have to.
And I live with my mom. So so it's one of those things that we are always going to be about growing it and spending more time and energy with and for you guys. And I will always promise you that. But with that, and we have reached our hour.
Sure
we have done our celebration. And we like to keep these somewhat short so that they stay special. But we only have 2 more of these. We're going to do a 90K, I guess.
We got it.
And then we're going to do a big, for 100K, we're going to have to do something big. Ian, hello to you back from the States. Thank you for all your questions today. C's, thank you also. You had a lot of awesome questions. And thanks everybody for the tips.
We should do like a 100K barbecue session or something.
We got to do something cool, man.
Something different.
We got to do something
Instead
cool.
of looking at this light.
We should cook like
This
a
light right
celebratory thing.
Sorry.
We should do like a cooking, like cook a celebratory meal.
Heck yeah. Well, we got to do 8 graves too.
ATE.
ATE.
Cooking videos. All right. We have a lot of good ideas. We're going to do them. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Hi, Jacobo. Hello. Nice to see you, friend. Crispy, you're a legend. You're the best. Moonlight. Nick is never going to dye his hair green, but I'll try. Davey, goodbye. Victor, goodbye. Skinny, goodbye. Madison, goodbye.
Slow down 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
Can I get some F's in chat, please? Skinny F.
Skinny ahead of the curve. Give Nick his F's, guys. He'll be very sad otherwise. Oh, you're getting no F's. You're getting buys. Wait, we got one. Moonlight got one. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. It was a little delayed. I forget the stream is delayed.
There we go.
All right, get them rolling. Okay. You guys are the best. We love you. We appreciate everything you do for us. We appreciate you spending some time on your Sunday hanging out with us. And we promise we will be doing this very soon, as long as we get another 10,000 followers very soon, subscribers very soon. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your distant cousin, tell your classmates, do a project in school about us and make all 30 people in your classroom listen to how cool we are. Tell your the cashier at the grocery store. Tell yell it off a mountain.
8 graves.
Do that. Go to a city close to your home and walk around in the street and scream it like a crazy person. You know, do weird stuff. Let's help. We love you guys. We will see you again soon. Thank you for all that you do for us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And